Hey, what's up, Vinny Melkus? I've been a little bit under the weather, so I haven't done any videos. But I do have some on the docket that some cool tips, and then I was gonna get on the lake. And like I said, I had some we've lost one camera, but we've got a couple others, so it should be good. But I've been sick, since my Aaron Martin's video. Just been like, just been kind of under the weather. I just hit a curb. That's nice. So I haven't done anything, but I wanted to keep everybody up to date who does follow me or is interested in what I'm going to be doing for this next year. So if you haven't paid attention to TNPFL, I mean, it was gangbusters last year, right? It was awesome. I didn't do very well, but it was a learning experience for me. And I was getting ready. I will do well, this next year. At least that's what, that's how I go into it as, it just takes me a little bit. I only get beat down so often, and then I'll come back. But also the championship was canceled, right? If you pay attention in the National Professional Fishing League, the championship was canceled. And they didn't give us any word, or maybe they gave the guys that qualified, the 25 guys, but the rest of us, or at least from my knowledge, I had no idea what was going on. I thought it was like permitting issues. Maybe there's some virus protocols or something that had to be dealt with, but it was just very sudden. And anyway, finally we had a angler meeting, and I don't know how much I'm allowed to actually say. I'm not going to say a whole bunch, but there's some that, like, if you listen to some other guys, they have alluded to some of the things. But in essence, there was a financial pullout. It sounded like I just went through puberty. Somebody, there was a big backer. One, they overspent, it seems like, in production, which, here's my thought on it. I was like, I came there, and these guys had a good reputation around the region that I frequent. Not up north, like where I'm from in the West, but where I'm currently at, and where my daughter is. They have a reputation around here, awesome reputation. I'm not saying they still don't, but so when they were doing all this production, they had I thought they had their ducks in a row, right? Well, it turns out they were banking on something, on one, which you always have, and some of these guys are private service, so I don't understand. You always have your primary, secondary, tertiary COAs, your courses of action. And apparently we were only operating on a primary COA, COA, and that thing fell through. And so they had the money pulled out, and they couldn't do the championship. And they also apparently couldn't pay the guys that got money at Grand, at the moment, right? I guess they have. Anyway, I'll get to, because I don't want to badmouth them or anything, but apparently they got another investor, and he's actually going to be a significant role in the league, and he's going to help them pay the guys in Grand, and then also get the 2022 season. So they're not going away. There's a 2022 season that is there that there's already a schedule out, which I'm not going to give out, because regardless of what I'm doing, they've that confidence in giving me the schedule and whatnot. I'm not gonna betray that. That's not me. But anyway, it's a good schedule in my opinion. I'll just let you know that. Good schedule, and I would do very well in it because it's my type of fishing. But here's the deal with me. And there's a train going on in the background. Here's the deal with me and my thought process. They've given us new contracts. They've a lot of trust has been breached, even though I didn't do well this season, so it didn't really affect me, but it would affect me because I'm empathetic to guys that were, doing really well and in the money and were promised certain things. So, I mean, that could very well be me this next year, or it will be me, soon. So my thought is, like, I have to really dwell on myself, what I'm going to do here, because, it is a breach of trust, and this is my career, and this is the name I like I've said in the past, is like I kind of put my horse on this carriage, or I put my carriage on this horse, the NPFL, so that I could grow as a person once I started doing well, help them grow and grow as a brand. But with this new information and developing stories, it's like, well, man, I don't know if they can recover from this, and I don't know if I really want to be there. Granted, they've, like I said, I accept their apology, and they've come clean, and they're trying to do the right thing. But we'll see. I got a lot to dwell on in the next few days before I decide whether I'm going to sign this contract and go with them, or my other course of action is to go Toyota Series and qualify through there to the pro circuit, and then also I'm going to fish one bass, and they got another tournament out, so they have a whole series, a 4-tournament series, and I'm always a big fan of one bass. I've fished it since I was a kid. Some of the best anglers in the world have come fishing through there. Aaron Martins, for one of them, he fished those. And in fact, one bass has announced that they are renaming the U.S. Open Trophy the Aaron Martins Memorial Trophy, which is awesome. But I love that circuit. Billy Egan's done such a great job over there that it's almost like I own, if my default, even though I don't have any money or whatever, I'll go fish those. At the very least, the U.S. Open. But, and I also look at it this way. It's like I kind of want, if I do the Toyota Series, I might do some out west, and I'll do some in the Midwest. But they have stuck it out. Here's my theory: is like these guys, one, they're good to go. They're here, they're here. We can disagree with MOF. There's a lot of, in bass that tension, but they invest. I'm from out west. That's my home, and a circuit that stays out there and is investing money, that's involved with like other companies that are trying to really develop that, then I want to support them. So I kind of want to do the Toyota Series. I think I'm definitely going to do some of those. And I dipped my toes in there this year, but just for like one. But we're going to go hardcore probably if we don't go TNPFL. But I'm leaning that way because they've supported the West. And another thing about TNPFL, they said to me when we were talking, they said they were going to go out west. They're not going out west. I'll just tell you that in the schedule. It's not going out west. But anyway, so that is one of the things. That's what's going on. But like I said, I want to support another thing. So like on the support of the West, like Bass Cat is a huge supporter of what's going on in the West. They're investing a lot of money out there. And granted, I don't run a Bass Cat, and I'd like to go aluminum. But if I get the opportunity, Bass Cats are great boats. If I get the opportunity, I'll do it. Will support Bass Cat. You know why? Because they support guys like myself, and they support the West Coast, and they're pushing the West Coast like super hard. You can listen to Rick Pierce, and he's super supportive of One Bass and all these other guys. And these guys are just solid, and they've never done me wrong. And I haven't done much for them yet, but I will in the future. But that's where I'm at. So TNPFL, they're still going to be out there. I think they've got a real big hurdle now to climb in the industry, and I don't know if I'm going to be there to do that with them because they've breached some trust. And but like I said, I got a lot of soul searching to do with this, and this is new. This is relatively new news for everybody, and all anglers are going to have their. I know a lot of them are staying for the most part. I'd imagine a few of them are not, and there'll be other guys that will fill those holes. So it's not like we're not replaceable for the most part. But when it comes down to it, yeah, you got to, I want to be loyal to principles and not just an organization. And I got to look out for what's best for me. But usually I am a very loyal person. So when I do make a commitment to somebody, I do see it through, even if it's to the detriment of my own self, if that makes sense. But in this regard, they did the opposite to me. So I fulfilled my end of the bargain, and with money and showing up even when or making even when things are going wrong. Trailers go down, boats go down. I made sure I was there. I did that. I've sold a house to make sure that I can honor my commitment to the league, and they did that to other people, and it's just their failure to keep their end of the bargain or the plan accordingly to what was going on. But anyway, we will see what's going to happen. I'll let you guys know, but I would rather do some other videos where it comes to like fishing tactics. I got a really cool wacky rig tip we'll have on another video, and I want to go hit Table Rock, because once you start getting into this cold weather, we're starting to get in that fall cold weather, Table Rock is a real fun place to fish. You can get in some big schools, and do something that I really like to do, is throw blade baits and those rapid jigging wraps and use your electronic stuff. But anyway, peace out.